So the goal of these knowledge bites, the whole series, is to provide a high-level introduction to programs, resources, and tools that focus on or help support economic and workforce development in Southern Vermont. Information will be provided at the end of each session on where participants can go to get more in-depth assistance, utilizing the resource being presented on, as well as contact information for those people who really know their stuff. So the structure of the webinar is a 20-minute presentation, so you'll hear from Kristin and Michelle, and then there will be 10 minutes at the end for question and answer. The way we do that on these sessions is when you think of a question, whether it's during the presentation or during the Q&A, go ahead and type that into the chat function, and Kristin and Michelle will read through those at the end during the question and answer portion. Again, these are recorded and archived at the brattleborodevelopment.com/knowledgebites website. You can find the previous sessions on there as well as all future sessions. So I am going to, I'm going to turn it over to Kristin now, who will start us off. So hold on one second.
Great, thanks, Sarah. I'm just going to bring up my presentation. So thank you, Sarah. As Sarah noted, my name is Kristin Mihalik, and excuse me, I am the Cooperative Internship Coordinator here at the BDCC. Thank you so much to those of you who are joining us today. Just a little bit about myself. I've been with the BDCC for almost 2 years now. My first year and a half was spent as the SEBED's project manager, overseeing the region's comprehensive economic development strategies. And I've spent the last 7 months as the internship coordinator. And I have a background in managing internship programs. I managed an internship program for a large financial services organization in Boston for about 1.5 years. So I'm really excited to be in this role here at BDCC and work on overall workforce development. So today I'm going to give you a brief overview of the internship program, kind of the history, examples of businesses and internships participating, as well as how a business that you know, maybe a business that you're working with, can get into hosting an intern, and kind of some background information on that. So with that, a little bit of background. I think it's always important to really talk about how the internship program began and where it got its start, because there is significant meaning behind it. So in 2013, the region's Comprehensive Economic Development Strategies Plan was approved by the United States Economic Development Agency. And what this is, we've also referred to it as CEDS, CEDS. It is really the region's kind of playbook for improving the economy. So in there, there's a lot of data, goals, objectives, and action items that can be taken to improve this Wyndham region economy. So that information, the goals, the objectives, and all of that was really formed by businesses here in the Wyndham region, as well as individuals, town leaders, really got together, analyzed data with the help of SEBEDS and the BDCC, and developed this plan. These plans are good for 5 years, and we are actually set to renew our plan in 2019. And we will actually be doing that in partnership with Bennington County. So we'll be doing a joint CEDS known as the Southern Vermont CEDS. So just to backtrack a little bit more, one of the goals that came out of this 2014 CEDS is to increase the size and quality of our workforce. So how do we get the younger populations here? How do we keep the young people we have in this region here? And we do that through a variety of programs at the BDCC, but the one that I'll be focusing on today is the internship program. So with that, with the CEDS, We also formed a collaborative among 6 colleges here in Southern Vermont. So the 6 College Collaborative was formed by area higher education institutions, including Community College of Vermont, Marlborough College, Union Institute, SIT and World Learning, Vermont Technical College, and Landmark College. Basically, this group of institutions gets together quarterly as well as monthly to really talk about, how do they work together? How can they collaborate on programs and opportunities in regards to developing the economy in this region? The 6 College Collaborative does have 2 flagship programs, one being a cross-registration program where any currently enrolled college student at one of those 6 institutions can actually cross-register and enroll in any classes at any of the other institutions. A great example of that is a CTV student a few years ago took a course with SIT and World Learning and was able to actually travel abroad and spend a semester abroad in Paris studying because of this cross-registration program. So the second one is obviously the BDCC and 6 College Collaborative Internship Program. That is their second flagship program within the collaborative. So about the internship program. The internship program works to partner currently enrolled college students and recent graduates with local businesses here in Windham County specifically. All of our internships are paid. Interns are paid at least a minimum wage of $10 an hour. And basically my role through this process is I serve as liaison between those Windham County businesses and really college students and recent graduates from across the country, mainly here in this tri-state region, but I have seen applicants looking to want to come to Vermont or have some sort of connection to Vermont and wanting to go through the internship program. So that's a little bit about the program and kind of my role. Like I said, I'll go into a little more detail in the next few slides. But since beginning in 2014, the internship program has placed 76 interns in paid internships here with Windham County businesses, 16 of which have led to full-time employment. Really find this is an important tool, especially related to economic development and back to that said goal of wanting to increase the size and quality of our workforce. These internships are real opportunities for currently enrolled college students as well as the recent graduates. They gain skills, experience, and businesses really value the interns placed with them. So some of our current openings, I probably have anywhere from 20 to 30 openings right now. I'm kind of in this in-between time of ramping up for fall and some summer internships ending. Internships can be throughout the year. Like I said, I see an increase during the summer months as a lot of students come home and are looking for, anywhere from a 30 to 40-hour week internship. So we do see an increase there, but really offered throughout the whole entire year with depending on semesters, and also really, I think it's important to note really what the business is looking for. So what are the needs the business is trying to meet? So these are just a few wide variety of industries, sectors, and markets. Really, we have two North Granola looking for a marketing intern. We have a sales intern, a tiny house intern, a lot of administrative assistants interns. I find that a lot of students are actually looking for those positions because they're not quite sure what they want to do, and this sometimes tends to be their first work experience. So having a wide variety of exposure through an administrative position, I find to be really appealing to interns. It's very well useful to the businesses. So interested businesses and organizations, really, like I said, if there's a specific project or it's a specific kind of year for a business and they're in need of an intern. Again, I really like to preface it that this is a learning opportunity for the intern, that these internships are taken very seriously. And we really do, I am really able to recruit highly skilled individuals from really across this tri-state region into some paid internship opportunities. So I want to talk a little bit about the process and how this works for businesses who are interested in an intern. We would set up a time to meet. We would talk about, what are the skills, qualifications, requirements that you're looking for in an intern. And is an intern the right fit for your business? Sometimes it's not. Sometimes you need specific labor, so it doesn't work out as planned. But again, the only requirements that we require from a business is that all of our interns are paid, as I had mentioned, at least the minimum wage of $10 an hour. So we would meet, myself and the business, and talk about, again, the skills, qualifications, and requirements that you're looking for. I would then send you this job description form that I can open up and share. Really, I'll do that now so I can kind of walk you through and show you an example of what that would look like. So a great example is this business name, contact information, pretty straightforward. Pay rate, hours per week. Hours per week is really flexible, again, what the business is looking for and the needs. I also find that students in the fall as well as in the spring semester are looking for more part-time work than full-time. But again, this form is very straightforward, and a business looking to host an intern would complete this job description form. Again, the skills, educational, professional experience, additional comments, pretty simple, pretty straightforward is what it's all about. So you would complete this job description form. I would then receive it via email and review it for any changes or any comments that I might have, and then it will be posted to our BDCC internship site as well as the Vermont Intern Program website, where they have all of the internships listed throughout the state of Vermont. So I would also then, in turn, take that job description form and recruit for it. So we have great partnerships with those 6 colleges here in Southern Vermont, and within the collaborative, but as well as in the tri-state region with Keene State College, Greenfield Community College, UVM, of really how do we find those students who are interested in an internship and gaining skills and work experience and attracting them to these positions. And again, I do that through a variety of ways of attending on-campus events, career fairs, college fairs, in classroom time with a lot of professors and students, just making them aware of these opportunities. And as the flip side to this, as a liaison to those students who are interested in an internship, I then work with the student on their cover letter resume. So I really vet those candidates for you before sending the application on to you, the hiring manager or the business. So like I said, we've had really great success with this program. We've had a lot of students go through this, like I said, around 76 students who really spoken highly of the program. These are just a few examples of some testimonials that we've received more recently about the program. One of which that's not on here is actually from Oak Meadow Learning Center. It's actually a program that's coordinated through homeschooling, and they provide curriculum. We placed an intern there last year, and I'm happy to say recently she's been hired on as a full-time employee. So again, that internship is not only an opportunity for the student and the intern, but also for the business as an opportunity to try out, a potential for full-time employment. And that full-time employment I also use as a recruitment tool because it's a great opportunity for students to gain that experience, but also know that this could potentially lead to full-time employment. And these are all, of course, meeting our economic goals of increasing the size and quality of our workforce. So I'm going to stop there. If you have any questions, I know that Michelle and I are going to answer some at the end. But here's my contact information. I know Sarah's going to send it out as well. Again, if you're interested, want to talk more about the program, how it works, how it benefits employers, you, your business, I would be more than happy to meet and discuss that. So again, as we look forward to our next SAGs in combination with Bennington County, and that's due to renew in 2019. Over the next 18 months, we'll be hosting those meetings across Southern Vermont to review the data, talk about trends, determine goals and objectives for the next SAGs. We're also looking at ways that we can partner with Bennington County on programs that we've already developed and kind of have in the process and ways to collaborate. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Michelle, who is going to talk about the Bennington Comprehensive Internship Program.
Thanks, Kristin. Can you folks hear me? Take your silence as a yes.
Yes, I can hear you.
Great, thank you. So, like Kristin said, we're looking for lots of ways to collaborate with BDCC, and the Bennington Comprehensive Internship Program came out of our Bennington Economic Development Strategy that was published in, I believe, 2015. And so we've been working on this for a few years. We are still in the learning phases. And so we really look to BDCC and their 6-college model as our goal, as something we're striving towards. And this year, we've put together a toolkit, if you will, for companies and organizations looking to host interns and launch their own internship programs. Unfortunately, unlike BDCC, we don't have a full-time staff member dedicated to this, but we have explored and are continuing to explore different ways we can support businesses, from vetting interns, helping them with recruiting, to different ways to help them figure out how to pay interns. We really do think it's important to pay interns at least minimum wage, because then you're getting a better quality of work and it's a more appealing opportunity for young people and those looking to enter the workforce. And so what we have established is this toolkit. It's a slightly humorous packet, if you will, or reading material that has resources that answer questions that come up, things about HR. What do I pay my intern? Do I need to pay unemployment insurance? We've had a lot of questions in our region about those HR issues. And then it also talks about good practice. How do you manage an intern? What are the things you need to consider? What makes for a good internship project? And that all came out of questions and discussions with our local employers and what their needs were. And so looking forward to the future, we'll have that toolkit available, but we're also here to offer any support or guidance that employers need, because we know that simply handing them a packet is not very useful. So when it comes to recruiting or supervising, any questions that come up, we're here to guide you through for the next year or so, helping businesses launch their programs so that they then can take it on themselves. And that's really where we sit right now and the resources we have to offer.
Great. Thanks, Michelle.
Thank you.
And I think we are next at the questions and comments. But I don't see anything pop up in the bubble, so I'm going to kind of give it maybe a few seconds to see if anyone wants to chime in and have any questions. And if not, like I said, I know Sarah's planning to share the information, our contact information with mine and Michelle's, so if there are any other questions or comments or feedback that you'd like to give, feel free to let us know. So I don't see any questions, so Sarah, do you want to wrap this up, or would you like us to?
Say that again, I'm sorry?
Do you want us to wrap this up, or would you like to?
I'll wrap it up. I got a couple more slides. Pam, it looks like you're the only one on here, so if you have any questions, feel free. You have their undivided attention, but I'm going to continue on here. Just wrap it up. So we did have a session scheduled for August 22nd. However, the presenter had to postpone, and we are working on getting someone in that position for that date. In the meantime, coming up in September, we have John Bates with Vermont Manufacturing Extension Center, and he'll be talking about structured problem solving. And then on September 26th, we will have Gary Holloway of the, he's with the Department of Housing and Community Development, and he coordinates the downtown program. And he's going to be talking about utilizing Vermont downtown designation or Vermont village designation program to leverage funding and benefits. Again, we are always open to suggestions. If there's a program or a resource or funding or a tool that you're interested in learning more about, please email me at the address below, or give me a phone, give me a call, and I will gladly reach out to whoever heads that program or that resource and ask them to present. So Without further ado, thank you all for coming. Thanks, Kristin and Michelle, for presenting. This will be on the website, so if you want to share it with anybody who you think might be interested in these programs, you can be able to do that through the website, which is the brattleborodevelopment.com/knowledgebites. And I think we'll sign off here. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.